What is up, my guys? Jesse Mails here with Backwater Fly Fishing, bringing you episode 5 of a 12-part series where we cover every fly in my inshore saltwater fly box, and this is what it looks like. As always, guys, this episode is brought to you by my good buddies at MaraboutBrothers.com, your premium source for all your fly tying needs. Now, today, this fly is super simple. Before we get going on that, let's run the intro. All right, now you're probably looking at this fly going, Jesse, this fly looks like a batch of seaweed or something. How's a fish even gonna wanna eat that? And we're not even gonna worry about why they eat it. We're gonna worry about the fact that it fishes super well for very spooky fish. Snook, trout, redfish, you name it, are gonna wanna eat this fly. Now, the key to this is using very few and sparse material. So this fly is gonna land very soft and it's gonna sink very slow. There's a little bit of natural flash built in that's gonna help the fish pick it out. All right, now the hook we have in the vise here is a number 2 SC15. You're probably going, Jesse, that's a very small hook, and it is. It weighs almost nothing, and that allows the fly to sink very slowly and to land extra soft. Now, one thing I do like about this fly is we're gonna be using a 210 flat wax nylon like always, and this time it's gonna be in like a shrimp pink color, and that allows for a great contrast between the olive and the black and the head of this fly, which is gonna be the hot spot, which is pink. The tail on this fly, we're gonna be using some naturally barred olive hackle. And we're gonna tie these in just like we would on a tarpon fly or any other fly where we're kind of splaying these hackles across the back. And we don't want them very long. This is not a big fly, okay? This is gonna imitate a minnow or a small little grass shrimp. So this is all we want, okay? About twice, essentially, the hook shank length. So we'll tie that in one side, and I like to do these in pairs. So we'll tie that in on one side there. Go ahead, trim that off. Get these other ones set up, measure them. And I like to pull some of these fibers out of the way where I know I'm gonna tie those in. Just like that to match, and then wrap over that. There you go, now we got those secured, and trim that off. Now the flash I'm using is this speckled, it's like a black and gold Flashabou, okay? So we're gonna take this, grab 4 fibers essentially, and we'll double these back over themselves and bring them right down the center of those 2 tail feathers, just like that. And we'll go about 1 centimeter, in length, longer than that tail, just like that. All right, guys, we just started this fly, but there's not much left to it, believe it or not. So we're gonna have a coffee break. And now during the coffee break, a lot of times I answer questions that you guys send in. If you have any so far, we haven't done much, leave it in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer it. And the other thing I want to talk about, guys, like last time, Marabou Brothers is giving me a 25% discount code to share with you guys, and that's Backwater25. So if you go to MaraboutBrothers.com, put a cart together, use that code at checkout, you're gonna get 25% off your order. So if you like 25% off fly tying stuff, maybe that's for you. God, that coffee's so hot. I gotta tie longer flies so the coffee cools down. Jesus. All right, guys, back to this fly now. So right now you can see we have 4 feathers on there. We got some nice flash on there, and we have this whole, essentially, shank of this hook wide open here. Now, what's gonna happen is we're gonna take one sort of mini bugger marabou that's barred up. You see it's already barred. And we're gonna cut this, and then this is gonna get palmered all the way up towards the eye of the hook. So you could palmer either way, guys. It really doesn't matter, and it's so much on this fly. I'm gonna start with the bottom side of the feather, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, don't do that, that's ridiculous. No one palmers feathers that way. Sorry. We're gonna go ahead and take that, and we wanna pull these fibers back as we go forward and make sort of like wide wraps moving forward, okay? We don't need to stack this up heavily on top of itself. And the thing you'll notice about this fly is because of the way we're building it to be very light and have a lot of mobility, this fly doesn't last very long. Like, you know, you're gonna get half a dozen fish out of it and it's gonna be time to move on to another one, but you're gonna get half a dozen fish out of it, and that's what matters. Palmer that forward and trim it off. Oh, I messed up. Trim it off. Then we'll build up the head a little bit, cover up that marabou there. And I like to put some flash up on the front of this too. And I know you're saying, Jesse, this fly looks stupid. And dude, whatever. I mean, go fish it and let me know. If you got spooky redfish or you got spooky sea trout and you need to get a fly in the zone that's not gonna piss them off, go put this on there and let me know what happens. Or don't, and I'll just keep fishing it and catching a ton of fish. There you go, we'll build up the head a little bit like that. And honestly guys, this is the fly. If you really wanna do something crazy, tie this in black and purple, tie this in like a tan and orange, and watch what happens. I like this to be very natural because where I'm fishing this is over grass in less than a foot of water to very spooky fish in the wintertime, and this gets the job done every single time, guys. If you can get this in the front of them without them spooking, they're gonna eat it, okay? Now, we're gonna put UV thick on the head of this fly and finish it off. There we go, get up close. And just a light coating right over the head of this fly. Come in and zap it. All right, there it is, guys. Now, I know, again, you're saying this fly does not look like much. Hey, I don't get to decide what it looks like. I'm just making fishy bugs here. And this one is easy to tie, catches a ton of fish, and I really would urge you to try it out this winter if you're dealing with spooky redfish in shallow water, which where I live, like I say it over and over, that's all I got here. So give this fly a try, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, go to maraboubrothers.com, use the code BACKWATER25, and get yourself 25% off. Till next time, guys, stay fishy. Happy fly tying.